This program is sponsored in part by the National Catholic Society of Foresters. Hello again and welcome to Looking at Social Justice. You know, every week I try to come up with an excellent guest and I haven't missed 1 week. It's been amazing, the good people, the wonderful programs that we've been able to share with you through this ministry called Looking at Social Justice here at the Diocese of Fresno. Well, today we're going to have a special guest. Her name is Priscilla Robbins. She directs a program called Rescue the Children out of the Fresno Rescue Mission. She's been there since 2012, but that institution, Fresno Rescue Mission, has been there for 70 years, celebrating its 70th anniversary. It's almost as old as I am, pretty old, but a wonderful ministry, growing all the time. So I'm so glad you're here today.
Thank you.
Priscilla, could we begin not with talking about what you do, not even talking about the Fresno Rescue Mission or Rescue the Children? Tell us a little bit about Priscilla Robbins and what it is that you want to begin with that helps people to know that's the type of people that they have at the Fresno Rescue Mission on their staff.
Yes. I'm the only one of my family that was born in America. My father is a bishop with the Church of God, and my parents and my family, I have 3 siblings, were born in El Salvador, so I am an El Salvadorian. And my father, at a young age, gave his life to Christ, and he wanted to dedicate his life to serving others. And he came to America in a scholarship in the 1960s, and he studied here and he received his education, and that's when he decided he wanted the family to live in America.
Oh, man.
So when he returned back, he went back home, he came back to America, and he worked with the church. And the church then decided to immigrate our family. I am the first, I'm the last child, but I'm the only child who was born in America. But what I saw, because my father was so dedicated to the Lord, was we were raised to serve others. It was very normal for us to open up our house and have people live with us. It was very normal for me to give up my bed for the weekend because we had a family who was coming through the city. So serving people is very much who I am. That's how I was raised. So as I grew up, I went to school, but I ended up getting married and I had to get a regular job. And I was working for the school district. But at a pretty young age, I was still in my early 20s when I felt this urge to work with women.
My.
And I assumed that I was going to work with women within the church, in the 4 buildings of the church. But the Lord had other plans for me. So as I returned back to school and I received my degree in Christian ministries.
Where was that?
At Fresno Pacific University.
Oh, man. Nice.
I began to learn more about what is really going on outside of the 4 walls of the church. As I was studying, I began to volunteer. And in, I believe it was October 2011, I began to volunteer at the Fresno Rescue Mission. During that time, they were already building and getting ready to open up Rescue the Children. But we weren't in the building that we are right now. So I just saw an opportunity and I began to volunteer and to teach classes there. It was a very small program at that time. And then in May 2012, I started working there part-time as a case manager. So it's been a wonderful journey on how I ended up where I am, and that's really what you see with the staff members at the Fresno Rescue Mission. We are a nonprofit organization, so we run all of the programs that we have through donations. So our staff members are people who come in knowing that they have a purpose and they're not there to make lots of money. They're there to make a difference in the people's lives that we serve.
I am so glad I asked that opening question because I had no idea of the background as a Salvadoran and to have come here with a mission from your own family rooting.
Yes.
It's just something genetic with you. This is beautiful.
Yes.
So about the Fresno Rescue Mission, 70th anniversary,
Yes.
awesome. What do you want to say besides, we'll get into your program soon, but about the mission itself, that wonderful, large organization? Tell us just something more about the rescue mission.
So the rescue mission started in 1949. Reverend Phillips, it was a vision that he had, and he began really almost like a soup kitchen. He wanted to serve the people on the streets that were suffering spiritually and physically. So that is the heart of what the Fresno Rescue Mission is. Through the years, we have developed, we are a big organization, and we work in different areas. We have different campuses. But the heart of the Fresno Rescue Mission is to help the people who are living in poverty, and not just physical poverty. There is different parts of poverty. And we really work hard to meet those needs and also to help the individuals that we serve to find out the underlying issues that cause them to continue to live in poverty. So the rescue mission is pretty amazing.
It is amazing. About the poverty, when we were talking on the phone, just getting ready for the show, you mentioned, we've got so much poverty in Fresno, and individuals as persons, economic, social, spiritual. That's what we address at the mission. That's what Rescue the Children is all about. Tell us how on those three levels there's like an effort to look at its the economy, society, and spirituality regarding the poverty that we do experience.
Yes. The reason why we look at poverty in a whole is because for many of us, when we see someone in need, we want to meet that need. And that's a beautiful thing. That's compassion. However, sometimes just meeting that need doesn't change the life or the situation for the person. So when we look at poverty, it is in a personal level. It is a poverty of mind. So when we talk about economic poverty, we talk about not only they need a job, but they need the skills to have that job. They need the skills to keep that job. They need the skills to be good stewards of the money that they're earning through that job. So it's the same as spiritual, right? Yes, the Lord gives us grace and He forgives us. But also there, we teach the individuals how to discipline ourselves to maintain our spiritual lifestyle and continue to grow. And as well as social. Social is very important because we need peers around us to be able to support us. We need to be able to have boundaries and make good choices on the friendships and who we are allowing into our lives. So when we talk about poverty, we're talking about all of those areas of poverty.
And in some way or another, different programs at the mission and your own Rescue the Children are on all three levels. You're burning on all three cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the mission statement, which is really beautiful. I'd like you just to unpack it and also apply it, obviously, to Rescue the Children. You say on the flyer, our mission is to endeavor to glorify God by meeting the spiritual and physical needs of the least, the last, and the lost in our community. It's beautiful, least, last, and lost, but daunting to really address the most needy. How do you see that working out day by day?
At Rescue the Children, the women that come to us, they come from different backgrounds. But one thing that they have in common is that they are broken inside. And they have become broken for different reasons. How we glorify God is by taking care of His children. It doesn't matter what's going on in the lives of people. It doesn't matter where they are at that particular time. When we see people as God sees them and we take care of them in all areas, we are glorifying God. So in Rescue the Children, they are able to stay with us for up to 18 months.
Wow.
And again, as I mentioned, they come from different backgrounds. We have women who we pick up from jail. We have women that probation department will refer them to us. Child Protective Services as well will refer people to us. Churches refer women to us. So there's different, when I say that they come from different areas and different backgrounds,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let me catch up on some of these details. How many women are you able to minister to at one time?
So talking about the growth, right, of the mission of the Fresno Rescue Mission, Rescue the Children has also grown. When we first opened up in 2012, we were only a drug rehabilitation program. We came into our facility that we are at the moment, we came in with about maybe 10 women and 8 children. Through the years, currently right now, we have 42 women who are living in our program, in our residential program, and we have about 27 children. And they range from birth to 12 years old up to 6th grade. Last year we had 8 children actually born. Mothers were with us while they were pregnant and they were born in our facility.
Oh my God.
This year we're hoping about 4 babies will be born at Rescue the Children. So that is the residential program. In our growth, about a year and a half ago, we opened up another section of Rescue the Children to help women that just need emergency services at that moment. We opened up 20 beds, and within those 20 beds, it's 8 rooms. 7 of the rooms are for mothers and children. We understand that there are women who don't need an 18-month program. What they need is something now. And again, their emergency is different. It could be one is just waiting for housing. One is in between jobs. Another one could be, I know I'm in 2 weeks. I know where I'm going. I just need something now. We wanted to have a place where they didn't have to worry about where am I going to sleep tonight. So for those 2 weeks or for the week that they're able to be in a safe place and their children are able to have a bed to sleep in. So we opened up that. So Rescue the Children is yes, we're known for our residential program, but we also have our emergency services as well.
How would I say this? Do you have a bed open for tonight?
We don't know. We don't know. The majority of nights we have maybe about 1 or 2. So emergency services, and I know I'm going to talk a little bit more about what all of the departments within the Fresno Rescue Mission, but the emergency services also is in our downtown campus for men and for families. And then another area on Rescue the Children is that we are a respite site. So we have 6 hospital beds that we help homeless women who are in our hospitals and they need additional care, and the hospitals refer them to us. And we have 6 hospital beds, and nurses from the hospitals, our local hospitals, so it's CRMC, St. Agnes, and Kaiser, they will send nurses who are assigned to the women, and then they receive additional care. Again, we want them to have a safe place where they could recuperate. And then our hopes is to connect them with family members that they might be looking for, or maybe they're being looked for, or possibly just kind of begin that relationship of how can we help you have a better life tomorrow.
Before we go on, we should probably let people know if they wanted to be in touch with you, Priscilla, they wanted to learn more about the mission or Rescue the Children, um, how would they be in touch? Where would they go to the website? Where? What phone number do they call?
They are able to go to the FresnoRescueMission.org, so it's FresnoRM.org. They can click on Contact Us and indicate interest in Rescue the Children, or they could call us directly at 559-227-2190, and they could ask for myself, Priscilla Robbins, or for any staff member that will be able to help them.
Wow, this is amazing that you have all these beds, that you have emergency, you have respite, and then you have residence of people for up to 18 months in a program.
Correct.
You have a goal for what is this Rescue the Children. It's very brief, it's short. What is your objective, your vision, your goal, your objective for Rescue the Children?
In a short sentence, our goal is to help women become godly women and productive women in society.
And to do that, you have, like, I think, a four-pronged
Correct.
plan, a program, goals and objectives. Flesh them out. The first one, something about, I'll let you describe the four of them. They're very engaging.
There are four,
each
yes,
one. Yeah.
they are. And the reason why the Fresno Rescue Mission set the four goals was because many times when we see women or women come into program and they don't complete the 18 months, we assume that it's a failure, but it isn't. 2 weeks, 3 months, if we're able to engage them and help them see themselves different, therefore do better choices, then to us it's a success. So the four areas is the first one, and they're not in order. But one of them is to introduce them to Jesus Christ. That's really important. We are a Christ-centered agency and an organization. Our second one is to help them begin to see and to learn tools so that they can successfully overcome the obstacles that have led them to drug use, and that's really important for them. The third one is a restoration of family. We serve a God of restoration, right? He came to restore us back to the Father. And we believe that is his goal, for all families to be restored, for all humanity to be restored. And then lastly is to help them become productive citizens, productive people in their communities and in society.
So to achieve those four very worthy goals, you give yourself 18 months.
Correct.
Possibly, if someone is able to and needing to stay 18 months, how do they occupy themselves for those 18 months? Like, then it gets down into what services do you offer, what classes, what formation, what resources. Tell us more then,
Correct.
because now we
Yes.
know what you want to happen. How do you get that to happen?
How do we do it? So when the women come into our 18-month program, the first 9 to 10 months they are in classes. They don't have employment. They are focusing on healing and learning, and we are a quarter system. Therefore, every 3 months there are new classes. So it's kind of run like an academic setting.
Wow, every quarter.
Every quarter. And so the women move up each quarter, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. And there are 4 areas of classes that we have. One is parenting skills. It's very crucial for the women to learn appropriate parenting skills to be able to engage their children. For many of them, they come broken.
Yeah.
They may not know how to discipline, or they may not know how to connect or bond with their children. So we teach them that. so they take 6 months of parenting class.
Wow.
We also, part of the classes, we also are a site for that we teach Nurturing Parent. And Nurturing Parent is actually the class that Fresno County approves. So any women that are coming, either CPS is requiring them to have those parenting classes, or we offer that, and then our court system accepts that class.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Wow.
We there at Rescue the Children, we have a children's coordinator, and she is the one who oversees the parenting classes as well as our Discovery Center. That's where our birth through preschool children are at while the mothers are in class. I have 6 wonderful employees, 3 that are teachers, 3 that are instructional aides, and they have goals for their children. So if the children come and they're underdeveloped, then our teachers then work with the children. I have a preschool teacher that gets them kinder ready. So when they go into kindergarten, then they are set to go. So our children's area at Rescue the Children is very focused on the development of children and the parenting portion as well. So the other area of classes is life skills. Very important. In our life skills, we have classes such as boundaries, safe people, how to know if someone's safe for you or not. We have codependency, how does that form in our lives? A forgiveness class. Part of healing is to forgive those, right? That I saw a great saying on the website recently that says, when someone hurts you, it's not your fault, but healing from it is your responsibility. Isn't that powerful?
That is good.
And we teach that to the women. It's like, yes, these awful things happen to you, but now you have a choice to either to remain in that darkness, or with the help of your peers, the help of healthy people and God, you can find healing. So we do that through life skills, as well as finance and budgeting to help them. And then we have relapse prevention. Relapse prevention is helping the women find out the underlying issues as to why they made choices to use drugs or alcohol, relationships, to fill in the voids of their hearts. So that's relapse prevention. It's pretty intense. That's the whole entire 9 months. And then we have biblical foundations. We really want them to learn and to know their identity in Jesus Christ. They might see someone who will never amount to anything, or they'll never have a great job, or they'll never be a mother that their children deserve. There's just so many false beliefs that there's certain conditions in this world that has caused them to believe of themselves. So the biblical foundations is really important for us to teach them that, no, Jesus Christ sees you as a beautiful woman, and he formed you in your mother's womb. So in those areas of the 4 is how we try to fight the poverty mentality of economic and social and spiritual, as well as helping them to meet their goals. Because part of that healing process is forgiving family members or asking for forgiveness of family members, especially their children. And then, of course, the tools for them to begin to begin this journey of healing from their addiction, and then also productive members of society. Because at the end, so the 4th quarter, which is the last of the 1 year, is when they begin job searching.
Oh my!
And we have a saying that we don't do for them what they can do for themselves, meaning that we don't look for jobs for them. We give them the tools that they need to go do that for themselves. And when they do find employment, then that's when the savings begins, and that's when they're now utilizing what they've learned in the classes, and actually learning how to budget, how to spend, how to save money. And then, of course, then it's the aftercare, which is the 6 months, which is after the 1 year. And we do give them the opportunity to continue to live with us, or if they have healthy family members, they're able to do aftercare at home. I will say that the majority do stay with us. They really enjoy that accountability that we give them. And they are so proud of themselves, and we're proud of them.
Oh, yeah.
So in average, the women who complete the program, when they leave, they will leave with a place to stay, either a little apartment or sometimes they even room together. It's really cute.
Oh, my.
And they'll have an average of a savings account, about maybe $1,500.
How have they made the money?
When they find a job, so
That's
they actually
it.
do.
And then they put it into an account.
And we hold them financial accountability to teach them. So for many of us, right? Many of us, when we start making good money or we make money, we sometimes want to go spend it on eating out all the time. Or so we teach them, like, how can you still have those enjoyments of life, but you have control, right? That's what the poverty mindset is, right? I believe that poverty isn't the amount of money that you make, but it is how you steward the money that you have.
Yeah.
And we teach them that.
Remind us one more time, Priscilla, how they could be in touch with you personally or with the website of Fresno Rescue Mission.
Right. They can go to fresnorm.org, click on Contact Us, and they will indicate interest in Rescue the Children. Or they could call us directly at 559-227-2190.
You've worked your way down to 1 minute. Wow. Is there a final thought, something you didn't get to say yet, or you want to make it your closing thought?
I really want to really quickly talk about the whole entire Fresno Rescue Mission. So there are 6 departments within the Fresno Rescue Mission. So of course, I work at Rescue the Children, but we also have the Academy, which is for the men. So it is an 18-month program for the men, as well as food service, who serve about maybe 225,000 meals per year.
Wow.
We also have community engagement, which is to help communities and educate community on how they could help how they could help the city, as well as community care, which is where everyone goes in who has an emergency, and then that's from there is when we go there and pick up women who need to come to rescue the children, as well as our thrift store and cars. So that is a great place for how you could support the rescue mission. And then the thrift store also employs individuals that have graduated from our program. So we are continuing the work, allowing them to work for us and build their working skills and their resumes.
Priscilla Robbins, I can't thank you enough for talking about Rescue the Children, Fresno Rescue Mission. Thank you. We will have you back again soon.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you very much.